Hi, this is Chris from Fanatical. What I just quickly wanted to step you through is just once you've actually started your subscription, installed the add-in, you'll have this task pane, on the right hand side, and then you'll also have this new option up at the top, flash reports add-in, and then if you click on that, it'll you'll see the ribbon here at the top. You can click on start, you can click on login. If you click login, right then immediately you'll come up with the QBO credentials. Will start up, and you will log in using your QBO username and password. We'll just give it a second there as it starts up, and yeah, so it's fully integrated to QBO, and so here you're creating that connection between your Excel add-in and QuickBooks Online. Okay, let that finish. You've then got to connect some companies, and so in your trial you're allowed as many companies as you like. You click on the connect to QuickBooks, and then you just select which company you want to connect to. I'm just going to connect to one of our demo companies over here, right? And now I'm connected and I can start refreshing some reports. So what we've done is we've enabled a whole interface here, or just a wizard that enables you to build your templates in real time. So there's a couple of options here, and the wizard will take you through steps depending on the type of report that you want to build. So let's just say you want to build a P&L with various types of columns and even maybe some filters for different dimensions as well. Then the option that you would select here is essentially summary reports, and I'll show you in a sec. If you wanted to do charts and dashboards, you can actually click on that, and that'll take you through a sequence. And here's some detailed reports that will actually include some some other graphs and even some forecast detail as well. And then if you wanted to explode some reports according to dimensions, you'd be able to do it down here. First of all, let's go and just build a basic P&L. All right, so here I'm going to take, as I step through my wizard, I see, well, profit and loss. Let's select that one. I'm going to select my specific company, whichever companies you have logged onto. I'm going to start off by just building a report here just for last month. So you just select which company and then also which report period you want to report on. So this essentially here is which columns you want to include, right? So you can have columns which can be date associated, right? So month, quarterly, annual comparisons. Or here is how you select your classes, right? Or class, department, any of those dimensions. And this would be your columns across the top of your report. I'm just going to start off, and let's maybe just select, total. I'm just going to have, for the period that I've selected. You can also include some filters as well, right? So here, if I wanted to filter my report by any of these dimensions, I can do that as well. I'm maybe going to select class, and let's maybe do that as well. Here is now if I want to do an actual versus budget. You then, for the year that you've selected, you can select which budget you want to report on. You're in 2025, and then here are some variance columns, and some calculations, Excel calculations that will actually default for you as well. Let's click next. Couple of other options here, some formatting. We've got some custom formatting in here, and let's create this template. Okay. So Flash goes away, does the calculation, finds the data for us, and it brings it back here into Microsoft Excel. So what we can see here in column B is that here is my actual data, right? So here column C is my budget data. Here we've done a variance calculation, and then here what we've defaulted for you here is just a calculation, a variance calculation. If it's a 0, we're just eliminating that, but we've also included some conditional formatting where, if it's a negative variance, right? So here my budget or my actuals is lower than my budget, and so it colors it red. And if I'm over budget, right there, I'm over budget, I'm 95%, it gives us a nice green color. Okay, so the big thing here with Flash is it makes use of this formula up here in order to retrieve fresh values, from QBO. So here we can see just through a process of cell referencing, it populates the formula with the parameters that are needed in order to get fresh values from QBO. So what I need is, if we just think if I need to get fresh values from QBO, I'll have to tell this formula a couple of things. First of all, company, right? And there we can see it comes from cell A1. start and end date, right? B3, B4, and B5. Actual versus budget, right? Here in this column, we're saying it's actual, and here it tells us which account we want to pull in over here. I've also then included that filter, and that filter you can see there is in B3 that I'm actually filtering my data by. Okay, let's quickly go and do that. And then so if I change any of these parameters, so let's just say here I did it now for last month. If I just go and change that parameter, I can say, let's say last quarter, right there, I go and change those parameters, and then we can see all this data here essentially refreshes as well. All right, so that's basically, and now in Excel, I can go and file save as this, as a template, and next month comes and I can make any other changes to this, and I can, just refresh it, with different parameters, and it will actually just refresh dynamically. I can add additional columns to this, I can add more rows, I can insert rows with various calculations and everything, and, just on demand on refresh, it will just refresh over there, but more about that later. Couple of other things here. Well, last thing to show here is let's just show you the filter here, right? So we added that filter dimension up at the top here. So now, if I actually just include, let's say, my classes, and now there, I'm now basically filtering these formulas essentially by, that class dimension over there as well. And then so there we can see, just all my data is filtered by any one of these, my dimensions or classes over here. And there we can see just my results are coming through. Okay, so in the wizard, so various other dimensions are available. You can do cash flow, balance sheets, everything else as well. Charts and dashboards, another one that you want to try is probably just very much actually just your income and expenses trend. So very quickly, let's select that. Let's select stock industries, let's say for this year, and then I basically go and select that. I'm not going to do filtering, but have a look at this as well. So this gives you a trend and then gives you a nice graph as well. So this represents your past results in terms of income and expenses. Just very quickly, here is a chart. So there we can see income, expenses, and my net income, and I can see my flow over here, right? So that's very nice, graphically represented. I can make this bigger, smaller, however I want that. My screen is a bit big here, so that's why we maybe not seeing everything. But yeah, I can make this smaller, and then there we can see, so the past 12 months, I basically have got this, or for this whole year. This is a demo database, so I've got a bit more data in here. Another one I just want to show you that if you basically just want to have a quick look is then in terms of charts and dashboards is just in terms of the dashboard itself. So be sure to run this. The dashboard is typically for a month, right? So I'm going to take it for last month, and I'm going to include some budget data as well. Click next, and then import and build your dashboard. Flash will go away, find the results for that specific company that you've selected for, and basically it works per month, and then starts building, this dashboard for me. So it brings in, so there's my dashboard, and it builds in 2 or 3 other reports that it then uses the data from in order to build this dashboard. So here we can dynamically see, right, how it's busy building this dashboard for me. I'm just going to close this window pane over here. I should maybe just try and reduce my screen size a bit here so you can actually see it more comprehensively. Right, so what we've got here now, maybe I'm going to zoom in again now, is in my dashboard at the top here, I've got 4 income statement KPIs, right? Some income, expenses, gross profit. And then this essentially shows the arrows up or down, shows me a comparative results to my prior months, or my prior year, right? So same month, prior year. And so we can see it for my income, cash on hand, there's some balance sheet items as well. There's my income and expenses trend for the past 12 months. There we can see that top, some top income and expenses, top 7. Here we're comparing cash versus accrual and cash on hand, as well. Yeah, I'm doing actual to budget comparisons. So, I can see I've overachieved. I've reached 108% of my budget, and there's my expenses, 58%. We're in this demo company. We're doing amazingly well, right? Always easy with test data. Okay, so you want to have a look at this, and then so those reports pull in from here, but this report, our dashboard can be reused. So I did it here now for file 4/30/2025. I can go and change this and make it 5/31. As I was saying, I'm a bit of ahead of dates here, and so but it's reusable. So we've got another video that's on the YouTube channel, where you can actually just go and see how to make these changes, to it, and you can actually refresh this data all in Excel. You can customize this, put in your own graphs, put in your own charts, anything that you like, and it's still refreshable on demand. Okay. Last thing here, is just in terms of a couple of other detailed reports that you might want to have a look at as well. So just, select and go through them, and then, we'll have a separate video, just to go and explode and show you how to expand a report. This is essentially just where we can take an existing report for like various classes and then explode it, for same report for, just multiple dimensions. So with that, have a look at our YouTube channel. I'll quickly go there. How to modify just your dashboard, and then a whole number of other reports as well. If absolute relative cell formatting is a first for you and you've never maybe seen more of that, be sure to just watch this little 2-minute video here with Mr. Excel, just to show you just how to use absolute and relative addressing to change and update our formula. Okay, let us know what we can do to help. We're available here at support@fanaticalsoftware.com. Thank you.